Surah Noah. This chapter consists of 28 verses, including the Makkiyah chapters, revealed after Surah An-Nahl. It is called Surah Nuh because this chapter entirely explains the preaching and prayers of the Prophet Nuh, Alaihi Salam. The main contents of Surah Noah, Prophet Noah's sending and dawah to his people. It is mentioned in Surah Nuh verses 1 to 4. Nuh was sent to warn his people to worship Allah, be pious and obey him so that their sins would be forgiven and they would be given the opportunity to live until the time limit determined by Allah. Nuh's warning was conveyed clearly to his people so that they understand that Allah's decree cannot be postponed and they must realize this. Prophet Nuh's various efforts in calling his people. It is mentioned in Surah Nuh verses 5 to 14. Nuh has tried hard to convey dawah to his people, but they are increasingly running away from truth and showing arrogance. Noah had called them in various ways, both openly and secretly, but they still denied and were arrogant. Noah invited them to ask forgiveness from God so that they would be given abundant sustenance, but his people still did not fear the greatness of Allah, even though he has created them in several stages of creation. Proof of Allah's omnipotence. It is mentioned in Surah Nuh, verses 15 to 24. These verses explain the greatness of Allah in creating the layers of the sky, the luminous moon, and the sun as a bright lamp. Allah created humans from clay and will return them to it and bring them out on the day of resurrection. The earth was created as a stretch so that humans can move freely on wide roads. The rebellion of the people of Prophet Noah. It is mentioned in Surah Nuh, verses 21 to 24. Noah complained to Allah that his people were disobedient to him, following the people who only increased the loss of his wealth and children and committed great deceit. They led many people astray by telling Noah not to abandon their gods such as Wad, Suwa, Yagus, Ya'uk and Nasar. Noah begged Allah not to increase the wrongdoers in error. Allah's punishment for the people of Prophet Noah. It is mentioned in Surah Nuh verses 25 to 28. Noah asked Allah that the unbelievers who had been drowned and put into hell would not be allowed to remain on earth because they would continue to mislead Allah's servants and give birth to evil and ill-mannered children. Noah asked for forgiveness for himself, his parents, the believers, men and women who entered his house with faith, and asked Allah not to add anything but destruction to the unjust people. Conclusion of Surah Noah. Surah Noah explains the preaching of the Prophet Nuh, Alaihi Salam, to his people and the challenges he faced, as well as the punishment that befell those who denied his teachings. Prophet Nuh, Alaihi Salam, invited his people to believe in Allah SWT and repent, and pay attention to the events of the universe as a manifestation of his greatness. This chapter also confirms that Allah's punishment will befall Noah's people who remain unbelievers, both in this world and in the afterlife. In his prayer, Prophet Nuh, Alaihi Salam, asked for Allah's forgiveness and mercy, reminded that life and death are tests, and warned that punishment was inevitable for those who disobey. With patience and perseverance, Prophet Nuh, Alaihi Salam, continued to preach despite many who refused, showing his commitment to convey Allah's message to his people.